A few weeks ago, our country had this incredible phenomenon, the solar eclipse. Surely you heard of it, and if you weren't, you were living under a rock. But we here, where we live in Ohio, we got to see the full eclipse, something absolutely majestic and incredible, and you could see the hand of God in his creation. But there was this point when the moon fully eclipsed the sun and it got darker, and then you heard people say, I didn't expect it to get cold, which I thought was so kind of funny. Once the darkness came, we didn't really expect the temperature to change, but it does, because obviously the sun is covered by the moon and you can't feel the same heat that we're used to. When we allow things to come in between us and God, there's a transformation that happens in our life, and it's not good. And sometimes those things go slowly and quietly, just like the moon in front of the sun. If you weren't paying attention that day, you had no idea that it was happening until the very moment that the sun was eclipsed by the moon. And then you kind of looked around and could see that it was different. You could feel that the temperature changed, and it shifted shortly thereafter. So I challenge you today to take a look at your life. And if you feel like things are cold and dark, you feel like God is distant, he's not there, you don't hear from him, things aren't in connection. Take a look for a moment and make sure nothing is eclipsing God in your life. Because that can happen so quickly, so quietly, and so easily, and all of a sudden, we've put a gap between us and God. He didn't put it there, we did, and we allowed something to take that center place. Let it move on past and get your focus on Jesus, that you can feel the radiance of God's glory. That is who Jesus is spoken as in Hebrews chapter 1. And when you do that, you can feel the direction, the guidance, the warmth, and the covering that comes from letting God be the Lord of your life.